Hello all and welcome to our book talk on realistic fiction. I do not have the actual book with this whole coronavirus, COVID-19 stuff. The libraries are closed and I do not have access to a lot of these books that will be required for our book talks. So I do not have a picture to show you, but today I will be talking about Bridge to Terabithia. It is one of my favorite books. It is also created into a movie, and it is one that I have loved since I was very, very young. It's just a really fun book, and it's all about this little boy, and he's not overly little, but it's all about this young boy and this young girl, and they create this this own world for themselves. It's across this bridge, and so that's why they call it Bridge to Terabithia. So they go over this bridge, which actually they just use a rope to swing from one side of the river or creek to the other, and then they go into Terabithia. And in this Terabithia, they have created this world that they are the king and queen. In this world, they defeat basically all the bullies that are in their life. So in their life, they have bullies from school. In their life, they have the young boy, he has all these sisters at home. And so sometimes, older sisters are mean to their younger brothers. And so they create this world, and they are the king and queen, and they rule over everything, and they defeat these bullies from school. They defeat the negative that they feel at home. They defeat all the bad things, other things that can happen in our lives, losing races, deaths in families, just different tragedies that happen, people moving away, that's really sad, all that kind of stuff. And they basically defeat all that, and they just have this world where they are the king queen, and they have defeated everything, and it's just a really happy life. And so it really kind of turns like some things that can be negatives, like the bully then becomes, in their fantasy world, becomes like a really, really great person. And so it's not necessarily like defeating it, but it's more turning it into something that's more positive. And so that's something that I really like about it, is because it doesn't necessarily take away the negatives from their lives, but turns it into something positive. And I think definitely like in this time of the COVID-19, we can definitely take some tips from Bridge to Terabithia and really turn some of these negatives into positives. So I thought that was kind of cool. Just when I was thinking about realistic fiction books and what books I could use and everything, I thought that was really kind of just a cool point to make on that. And anyway, so throughout this book, some tragedies happen, and you can read about those later on. But just really think about, how we can turn all the negative that is happening right now in our world, in our economies, in our communities especially, and just think about how we can turn those to the positive, like they did in A Bridge to Terabithia, turning a bully into a really kind person in their fantasy world, and just trying to make the best out of every situation, and not only focus on the negative, but focus on what you can do with the negative to make it a positive. So thank you so much for watching this book talk, and I'm really hoping that everyone is doing okay during this really hard time. It is definitely a struggle for everyone, I am sure, but I hope that we can make the best out of situations and just really continue to look for the future. So thank you so much.